Good evening, everybody. We are live for our video preview for SMB Summer 2023 Summer Select Sale. The bidding is going to be opening here with this preview. We're going to go through and talk a little bit about how to bid, how to get into the system, and then talk about these horses that are in this sale. We want to welcome everybody. Hopefully we've got some people logging on to watch us tonight. This will stay up on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel for those that want to go back and maybe watch some more of it later or tomorrow. So just checking here to make sure that we are up and live on both. I see us on YouTube and I see us on Facebook. So we are up and going, and we will get rolling here with our preview for the Summer Select Sale. So we always start out with jumping into kind of the easiest way to get to everything, and the simplest way to go find everything is to go to our webpage, which is smbhorsesales.com. You will notice here there is a click here to bid online. If you're already registered, you can go ahead and jump right in there. It'll take you into where you bid. If you haven't registered, you'll notice there's a quick link right here that says register to bid as well, right on the main page. You can also jump, if you want to do a little bit of research somewhere other than the auction site, right here into the gallery for the horses. You'll notice again there's a button here for registering to bid. For clicking to bid, you can scroll down here and click into the horses as well and take a look at all the info. That's also in the auction site. You'll also notice we have the flip book catalog here that will come through, that you can flip through the actual catalog if you'd like. So we're going to click here to jump in like we're going to bid online. It's going to take us into the Octria page. This is, you'll notice there's some tabs across the top. We've got a home page. The catalog page is where all the bidding will take place. You've got consignor terms and conditions here. You can go down and read the terms and conditions of the sale. You've also got the consignor contact down here. We have been posting several posts throughout this week about shopping these horses, making sure you've talked to consignors, asked questions, make sure that you're bidding on a horse you know something about. So this has all the consignors' phone numbers, the hip numbers they have in, the locations of the horses right here. Also, we've had a few people reach out looking for transportation options. Right here at the bottom, there's 8 commercial transporters. If you're needing help with transport, you can reach out to them. From there, there's a contact us button. If you're needing some help, you can contact us at SMB Horse Sales, or if it's a problem you're having with Octria, you can contact your Octria team for some technical support. So I'm going to jump back here to the catalog as it loads. I started a new practice bidding scenario right here. I'm going to jump in here. We'll just talk a little bit about the bidding. So, I need to go to the next one. Sorry. Okay, so you will notice there's no bids in here yet. This is in the quick bid mode right now. So if I just hit click bid, I'm logged in, I'm signed in, there I'm bid. Now it will show that I'm the high bidder. It'll show me the next increment. And down here you can get some history on the item. If I want to jump a larger amount, I can just put in to $500, hit bid, click OK, and notice it'll take me right to $500. Now, we have some people that maybe won't be available during the sale as the bidding starts closing tomorrow. May want to make sure that they're covered in that aspect. You can also come in here and say the next bid I want to do is the minimum increment of $600, but I have a max amount of $1,000. Now, if I click this right here, it's going to tell me, am I sure I want to bid $600 with a max bid of $1,000? It says OK. You notice it'll take me right to $600 and stop. Now, if somebody bids against me, it will just move it up to the next amount. It will keep me in until I get to $1,000. Now, if that had been actually somebody other than myself bidding against myself, when that $700 bid came in, it would have still moved my bid up to $700, and it would have told the other bidder that their bid was not successful because there was a proxy bid in place and they need to bid a higher amount, and it will do that all the way up to the $1,000 increment. After $1,000, if somebody bids $1,100, then they'll become the high bidder. Through all of this, you will get email and text notifications from the system. Now you'll notice too right here I can click and go to the next item in the catalog. So we will start the preview from here. You will notice there's the picture slideshow, the write-up on the horses. You will notice in the pictures that each of these horses have a general pre-purchase health exam. This is not a pass or fail exam. This is to give you an idea of the condition of the horse before the sale. Most of these were done. They'll all be on this same standard form. It'll give you the vet information, cardiovascular, respiratory, genitalia is checked, mouth and teeth are checked, ears, eyes are checked, body condition. Gives you an idea. If it's a grade horse, the vet should have written in here a verification of the age versus the catalog age. If we're aging horses by teeth, it is the best guess. There is no perfect science to it. And then they do some hoof testing with hoof testers and palpation testers, and they will mark 0 means there was no indication of any soreness. As that scale goes up, that indicates soreness and more severe. Down here there is the flexion exam and the results of that, and then the vet could have put in a note. So every one of these horses has one of those up in the pictures. It'll be towards the end. Again, they're right up, and then you'll notice you'll come down here, you'll have videos. So we'll jump in here on hip number 1. Start into the video here. This is Easy Skip a Cast. This is one of our own horses from SMB Horse Sales. He is a registered AQHA gelding. He's a big, solid gelding. It's hard to even tell from the pictures and the video. I mean, you can kind of see it in this video. This is a big, solid, nice gelding. He's big boned. He's got a big, big, solid hip. He is built like a tank. If you're looking for a big, solid horse that can go out and really take care of you, work some cattle, doctor a cow, any of that type of stuff, this is a big, solid, nice horse. He's young. We've been riding him. This horse has been started. When he was started, it's evident he was started with some reining foundation. He collects nice. He works off your feet. He got a good, solid, nice, different gaits. He'll pick up his leads nice and well. He's, again, big and solid. He'd make a heck of a ranch horse. He'd make a heck of a potential for a rope horse. We haven't roped on him, but we do think he's really got that potential. He's just big, solid. He's just 8 years old, just entering the prime of his life. We know where this horse came from, the training program he started in. We know that the last owner that had him, he was used up in the high country above Afton, Wyoming. He's seen some rough country. I'm trying to get here to his pedigree and struggling at it. Okay, he is by Pop's Easy Cash, by Little Easy Cash, by Dash for Cash, and Easy Jet. So he's got some speed bred on the top there. He's by out of Cool Cinnamon Skip, a daughter of I'm a Cool Reactor by I'm a Cool Skip. Also has Wampy Bar there on the top side. Again, just a big, solid. He's friendly. Gets along well with the other horses out in the pasture. We have had him out with about 15 other head of horses. He gets along just fine. He's not dominant, but he doesn't really get picked on. He's very easy to catch. You walk right up to him in the pasture. Again, he's got a great foundation on him, some reining work. You can see just if you watch him ride, he flexes, he is paying attention, he carries the bit nice. He's just somebody going to have a really, really nice horse here. We think he'd do great out on the trails if somebody just looking for a good, solid trail horse. Again, as a ranch horse, I think somebody could turn him into maybe a head horse. Again, big, solid. You can see there the big bone. Shoes good, loads right up in a trailer. Again, easy to catch. You saw earlier in this video, our 10-year-old daughter was riding him with a halter and a lead rope. We've had him laid off for a little bit and pulled him out and rode him too. He's just big, solid, easy-going kind of gelding that's going to make somebody a really nice horse. As we go through this, I want to remind everybody a lot of these videos are a little longer than what we're going to show. Some of them have multiple videos, like the cash horse that we were just looking at. So you can go and watch the additional video if you haven't already. We also have all these videos on a playlist on our YouTube channel that you can go watch them all in one place. So moving on to hip number 2. This is Snack Box. He's brought to us by 6 Year Livestock. He's located in Blackfoot, Idaho. He's a 2012 gelding. He's grade. He's 13-1 hands. He's beginner friendly. Temperament 3 for average. They've used him in trail riding, ranch work, ranch roping, 4-H club shows. A little bit of everything. We talk about 6-shooter every sale about they do a great job exposing these horses to a little bit of everything. And this is no exception. You'll see through these videos, they're going to show you all the different things they've done. They tie jugs to their legs and all different kinds of things. They get them out in the hills. They get them seen. This is just a cool little gelding. This is kind of the cool size, the size that you can go get for your youth, that they can reach, that they can saddle, that they can handle with confidence on their own, but still big enough to carry an adult and go out and ride. These sizes of horses are hard to find. They're cool little horses. A lot of them are real athletic. This horse just looks nice. You notice they said there that he picks up his leads. They've sorted on him. They've swung a rope off of him. He's been through the barrels and the 4-H events. Just a kind of a cool little horse. Boy, if you're looking for something for someone starting 4-H in the younger age groups, here's something that just would take them through 4 or 5 years and give them something that they've got some confidence in and can really be a nice little horse. Our older kids all grew up learning on horses this size, and it was just great for their confidence, their ability to learn from them. And this is just kind of a cool little horse. Oh, we lost the video there. Sorry about that. So again, we just got a bid on him jumping in, but that is a nice little horse. They're hard to find. He's 11 years old, so just right in the prime of his life. He's got a ton of life ahead of him. He's a good-looking little horse. Boy, if you're looking for 4-H, little britches, something along those lines, there's one really that you should be paying attention to for a youth or even a small adult to go ride. Here's hip number 3. This is another one of our smaller horses, the pony. This is Thunder, brought to us by Greg Torgerson here in Richfield, Utah. This is a 5-year-old pony gelding. He's grade. He's 10 hands tall. Disposition is 3 for an average rider. Temperament is 2 for a mellow temperament. Experienced trail riding, ranch work, and barrel racing. They've had him out running around in the barrels and the pulls. The little girls you could see riding all over with him. He's an easygoing pony. All of his children jump on and ride him around, but he is definitely a pony, Greg says. He's easy to be around, ultimately a youth novice. Youth, something you can lead children around on and be safe. More experienced rider can operate him just fine. We've seen this pony quite a bit. In fact, at the 4th of July rodeo, this girl in the video right now, her older sister was running barrels in the rodeo, but this girl came and rode in the warm-up pen with her out on this little pony. They were parked by us. We got a good chance to see this pony ride around there. Again, these ponies are just worth their weight in gold for what they can teach these kids. You can see this little boy cleaning out the hoof, gives them some confidence. Don't have to be afraid about being around some of those bigger horses. They're cool to have around and great for these youth to learn from. We want to remind everybody as we're watching the last of this video, the bidding is open now. You can go in and bid throughout the next 24 hours, basically. The bidding will start closing tomorrow evening. The first horse will close at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time tomorrow. The next horse at 6:05, the next horse at 6:10, and so on. So if you've got multiple horses on your list and you go after your first horse and for whatever reason don't get him bought, you can move on to the next horse later on in the sale. Now, if anybody bids in the last 60 seconds, there will be an extension on that horse for 2 minutes. They can extend multiple times. One horse extending will not change the time on any other horse. You'll notice when we go back in, I'll point it out, but there's a time when it'll show you what time each horse closes. So this is hip number 4. This is a cool horse. I got the opportunity to format this video, watching through it. I also have talked quite a bit with Dusty Patton, who is the consigner on this horse. This is a 2003 grade gelding. His name's Snowball. His disposition 2 is for beginner friendly. His temperament's 2 for mellow temperament. They've used him in trail riding, ranch work, ranch roping, barrel racing, 4-H club shows, and play days. Dusty told me that his daughters have gone out and just run barrels and run barrels and run barrels on these horses and had a blast doing it. Done the 4-H, the rodeos, the different things. They've also had them around cows, moved cows, pushed cattle, had them around on feedlot and out in the brandings. But talking to Dusty, his girls have just ridden these horses for the last several years, kept him busy. You can see this horse just kind of does whatever this girl asks. Was really impressed. We get people that are looking for these kind of horses all the time, but don't always necessarily see them. This is a cool, nice horse that's going to make somebody a good, solid gelding. He's only, he's a little older, but he's got a lot of days ahead of him. He's going to take care of somebody, be a babysitter kind of horse. Just a nice, good, solid horse. And you can see here running the barrels out into the rodeo arena. If you're looking for a seasoned horse that's going to take care of your youth, teach them the 4-H events, that kind of stuff, somebody needs to be paying attention here on this one. Again, we had an old mare like this gelding that we got a few years back. I think 4 of our kids learned how to ride on that old mare that just did whatever they asked, was safe and gentle and easy going. This horse reminds me a lot of that mare. Somebody just needs to pay attention here this is just a good, solid, all-around seasoned horse that's really going to take care of somebody. Or even a beginner level rider that wants to go and have a horse that they just know is seasoned and can trust. Somebody really should be paying attention here. This is going to be a horse that somebody's really going to enjoy having and miss when he's not there. So moving on to hip number 5. And we want the second video here. Again, some of these horses have multiple videos up, so make sure you go back and watch all of them. And if you haven't talked to the consigners and you're planning on bidding, please call and talk to the consigners. Tell them what you're going to use the horse for. Tell them your riding level. Ask them questions about the horse. Make sure the horse is going to fit for you and take care of you. When that happens, we seldomly have issues. It's when we don't have buyers that talk to the consigners beforehand that maybe sometimes we get a bad fit. But this is hip number 5. He's Bobby Sox. He's brought to us by Leslie Baird out of Carlin, Nevada. This is a 2017 gelding. He's just 5 years old. His disposition's 4 for a confident rider. They just started him late last year. They've been riding him here. They've been sending me updates on this horse for the last couple of months. So he's been getting ridden pretty regularly over the last 4 to 6, 8 weeks. But he just was started, I think, late last year or last summer. So I know that he's green. He needs an experienced rider because of that. They've got him listed as 2 for mellow temperament. They've used him for trail riding and ranch work. You can see him working a gate. Again, just from the videos they've sent me and the updates, I've seen this horse come a long ways in the last 30 days. And you can tell he's been out getting ridden. You can see there kind of his personality. He likes the hose, likes to drink out of the hose, kind of easy going. Young horse, got his whole life ahead of him. Really something that somebody can go finish out in about any direction. He looks like maybe he's crossed with a little bit of draft, so he's probably going to beef up a little bit there. I don't know that. I'm just looking at the picture and kind of taking a guess at that. They're saying that he would make a trail horse deluxe, and definitely get you noticed. He is cool colored, cool marking. Got some blue roan going on and the chrome going with it. He's tough. He'll go all day moving cows. They said in the write-up. Just a cool horse that's young, going to have his whole life ahead of him. Going to be a good prospect for somebody. You can see, again, they've been sending me videos and updates on this horse quite a bit over the last 3 or 4 weeks. They've had him out in this country moving cows, roading cows, riding out through here quite a bit, and been getting used for the last 30 days plus. So, he's going to make somebody a good, nice, solid horse to finish out. Go work him on the trails or take him out on the ranch. Just a cool gelding with his whole life ahead of him. Okay, moving on to hip number 6. This is another one of our horses. This is Dakota. He is a 2015 gelding, so he's 8 years old. He's grade. His disposition, we have him listed as 3 for an average rider, temperament for 2 as a mellow temperament. Been used in trail riding, ranch work, ranch roping, and he's lightly started on some arena roping by the prior owner. They had him just started going in the arena, nothing heavy. We've really liked this horse. We've had fun with him. He's pretty, he's big, he's solid, he's friendly. He's one of the easiest horses to catch you'll ever see. He loves attention. He's good with tarps, all that type of stuff around. We had our oldest daughter on him this morning out swinging a rope. He takes it all in stride. One thing that I want to point out, we have most of this video riding him in a hackamore. He had wolf tooth still when we got him, and he would ride in a bit, but it was causing him some discomfort. So we had the wolf tooth pulled several weeks ago. We actually were out riding him tonight in a bit in a Billy Allen. He rides just fine in a Billy Allen, but he'll ride in the hackamore. He'll ride in about anything. He'll ride in a snaffle. He rides out in just about anything. You can ride him in a halter and a lead rope. But we've had a few people ask about the hackamore. It's because we had that wolf tooth pulled. We wanted to give him some time to let his mouth heal up, but we have ridden him in a bit. He rides just fine in it and does good. And that one wolf tooth that got left for whatever reason is now gone, and so he's all healed up from that, doing good. So for those that have asked, he rides just fine in a bit and does great. This horse is real easy going. We've had my wife's ridden her, my oldest daughter's ridden her, our 10-year-old daughter's been out riding him this week. We had a couple people come and try him this week. That he's gone out and tried, and he just kind of takes everything in stride. He is just easy going. He gets along with the other horses. We really like this horse. This is one that we're going to be sad to see go, but we just can't keep them all. And we're a little heavy on him right now. But this horse, again, he's just 8 years old. He's got his whole life ahead of him. He's got a good handle on him. He will work off your feet. He will side pass. He will spin. He will pivot. He's got all the potential in the world. He walks out. He will cover some ground out walking out on the trails. We've had him out on the trail rides, and he leads the pack just because he's got a good, solid, fast pace. He will walk away from other horses, not worry, no whinny. And just pretty much you can do just about anything you want. He's just a good, solid, well-rounded horse. He is, I just noticed we have him in here as 15 hands. He's actually 15.2 at the wither. He's back. He's probably about 15 hands. I just noticed that typo, but he is 15.2 hands. You can see here again with the tarps. And we've had him around a little bit of everything. He just takes everything in stride. And again, he gets along with all the other horses well. We've really liked this horse, enjoyed. We're going to be sad to see him. I think that I've got a couple of daughters that hope he doesn't sell, but again, we can't keep them all. Here you can see him taking a bit. I talked about that a little earlier, but just a good, solid, nice gelding that somebody's really going to like this horse. We really have debated whether this is one that we wanted to keep and maybe let another horse go, but most of the ones that we keep have some sentiment to them. From other breeding programs, and so we've struggled with the decision, but we're offering him, and this is just one of the nicest horses that we've ever offered ourselves for sale, and going to really make somebody a nice horse. I just lost my, there we go, sorry about that. This is hip number 7. This is Nielsen. This is another one brought to us by 6 Shooter Livestock out of Blackfoot, Idaho. He's a 2010 gelding, so he's 13 years old. He's grade, 15 hands, beginner friendly, average temperament. He's been used in trail riding, ranch work, ranch roping, barrel racing, 4-H club shows, play days, sorting, and team penning. Again, 6 Shooter does a great job of desensitizing these horses, getting them exposed a little bit of everything, to town, to the steps, to the water. They find ways to make sure these horses have seen a little bit of everything and are used to it and will take care of you in about any environment. This horse got some cool color to him, nice red roan, just right in the prime of his life. 13 years old, so he's got some experience under his belt, but he's got 10, 12, 13 years ahead of him. You can see him walk right out into the water. 6 Shooter just does a great job of not only getting these horses to where, you know, if you're looking for a trail horse deluxe, they're always going to have them. They do a lot of team sorting, so you can pretty well bet they've always seen that. They do a good job of getting them out, picking up their leads, carrying and collecting, and just getting them well-rounded. So if you're just looking for a good all-around kind of horse, they've always got good options to bring into the sales, and they do a great job in these videos of showcasing them and how they do. You can go through the pictures and see kind of some of the still shots too of everything from the riding through pool noodles to swinging the bucket to the yoga ball here. They just do a great job of getting them exposed to a little bit of everything and showcasing how they handle. Again, nice solid gelding right in the prime of his life. That's going to make somebody a really nice horse. Again, they're located up in Blackfoot, Idaho. They've got 5 in the sale and always do a good job with these horses. Just this is another good solid example. Here's the pool noodles I was talking about. They just find new ways. I just wonder sometimes how they even come up with some of the different things they think of to go and do with these horses, but they do a great job of getting them exposed and showing them to people. Again, we want to remind everybody, if you look in pictures, the dinosaur is going to chew on his ear there. We got the pre-purchase health reports in there. Again, that is not a pass or fail. That's just to give you an idea of the condition of the horse today. If you do have any questions about that, we have always suggested you take them to your own vet and make sure that you ask any questions that you might have. And again, the vet that did the exams, their info is up on those reports. You can see here he's good to catch too. Just a pretty horse. That pretty color, pretty head, nice blaze there with a little bit of chrome around his legs. Just a nice solid good gelding that's going to make somebody a nice horse. Moving on to hip number 8. This is Badger. This is the second offering from Dusty Patton up there in Gooding, Idaho. Another one that he mentioned to me, just his girls have been riding all over up there, run barrels on. They've been just riding all over up there. They've got a few cattle they've moved and used them on. This is a 2010 gelding, so he's 13 years old. He's grade. He's 15 two hands tall. Beginner friendly, mellow temperament. Been used in trail riding, ranch work, barrel racing, 4-H club shows, and play days. He's got good foot and bone. He's stout, good handle on him. Will side pass to gate, next reins. They've used him pushing cows lightly in the sorting alley, and he's run the barrel pattern, which I think you'll see here in a minute in the video. Again, talking to Dusty, his girls have done great on these horses. They've enjoyed having them and watching them. His nieces have also ridden them. He just told me that basically his own kids have stopped riding them, and they're not getting used like they were, and he doesn't want them just to sit. So that's why he's put these horses up for sale, is just that they're not getting used as much as they used to, but they've taken care of his girls to grow up on. Now they can take care of somebody else and go out and do that job for them. Just good, solid. As I talked to him about this bay horse, he kept telling me how just good, solid, all-around kind of horse this was to go do just about anything on. and he's the same horse whether you go every day or once a year. Just a cool horse. We visited one night for about 30 minutes about this horse, and he just went on and on about how much he likes this horse and how much he's enjoyed having him. But again, they just haven't been using him recently, and he doesn't want him to just sit and go to waste. He wants somebody who'll be able to enjoy him. That's a good, nice, solid gelding, well put together. You can see the foundation on him there, spinning on the back end, pivoting. Just a good, solid, nice gelding. That's going to be a good all-around gelding for somebody. Seaside passing here, working off the feet. Just a good, solid, all-around gelding again. That's going to make somebody a really nice horse. Side pass in both directions. You know, these horses, it's funny, as we've done this, so many times we see a sorrel or a bay get overlooked because people are looking for the flash of color or whatever else. That's just a good, solid, well-experienced broke horse that's going to take care of you. And, you know, the best color is broke and safe. And that's what's right here in front of everybody on this video. And it's just going to be a good, solid gelding for somebody that's seasoned, experienced, and ready to go use. This next horse is one of our highlights of the sale. We're excited about this horse. We're always excited for horses from Dry Creek Performance Horses. Sorry, I had a little frog in my throat. They have a horse almost every summer in one of our sales, and they're always one of the coolest horses that we've got. We always look forward to seeing them. This is no exception. This is Lily's Phantom. They call him Lynn. He's brought to us again by Dry Creek Performance Horses out of Ephraim, Utah. He is a 2019 Frisian Sport horse. He is registered. I'll get to that here in a minute. He's 15-3 hands, disposition 3 for an average rider, disposition 3 for average temperament. Been used in trail riding, breed shows, dressage, driving, and pulling. You can see him pulling here in the cart. We happened to see this horse when we went to do the vet exams on our horses. They were there right behind us with this horse. We got to sit down and visit with them and see this horse. He's really, really cool. This is actually a horse they did not intend to sell. It was one they were planning on keeping, but they got an opportunity to buy back another horse that they'd had a few years ago, and because they got that other horse back is the only reason this horse came up for sale. You can see there the collection on him. The movement of these Friesians is cool. These are smart horses. They are just cool and smart. We've been seeing a fair amount of these Friesian horses, not a ton, but we see 1 to 5 a year, and we've seen some of these where they've been taught to sit, they've been taught to lay down. They're smart, they're well-rounded, they've got great dispositions. You can see in this video they're doing a little bit of everything with this horse. He's 4, he's got his whole life ahead of him. For whatever reason, I am struggling in the one program to get to where his pedigree is, but they do a great job with these horses. Again, I mentioned they've had a horse, I think, in every July sale we've done. Every one of them has been just a cool horse that I think every buyer that we know that's bought one of their horses has just been thrilled and happy with it. Okay, so this horse, if I can read this. Again, he's a Frisian Sport horse. I cannot get to... Let me try one other place here. He is registered with the Frisian Sport Horse Registry. Again, if you want something to go pull a cart, just a little bit of everything out of this horse. He's cool. These horses are... I mentioned we have a few in our sales each year, but they're not easy to find. They're especially not easy to find that are this well-rounded. Ride him English, ride him Western, pull the cart. Whether you want to go to dressage, whether you want to go ride the trails, whether you want to go out and ride on the ranch, whether you want to take the family in the cart. You can see here with him doing the tarp. just about anything. And she does a great job with these horses. Okay, and he is by Ulysses J, which was a Frisian Sport horse, and then out of a grade mare. So that's not uncommon with the Frisian Sport Horse Registry, but again, this horse is registered with the Frisian Sport Horse Registry. He is just cool. Again, we got to sit out there and visit with them at the vet clinic when they were doing the pre-purchase on our horses, and then about to do this. You just look how he's collected up. Look at the movement. They're pretty horses. They're smart horses. They're cool horses. She's done a great job with this horse. He's only 4. He's got his whole life ahead of him. Just a cool opportunity, and they don't come around like that. Even though I mentioned we get a few in ourselves, the ones like that, that's probably the second or third one that we've seen that well-rounded, that much foundation on them. Just really a cool opportunity. Moving on to hip number 10. Yeah, I just got reminded. The mare on that Frisian cross was a Percheron Morgan cross mare. So he's half Frisian and then a quarter Percheron, quarter Morgan. Moving on to hip number 10. This is Diamond Sierra Spark. This is another one of our horses. She is just a 2020 mare, so she's 3 years old. She's registered AQHA. I'll get to that here in just a second. She's about 15 hands. A disposition 4 because she is a 3-year-old. She's got a great start on her, a great foundation. You can see it right here in kind of a spinning work. The people that we got her had about 90 rides on her, and they were working towards the cutting rein cow horse pen. So she's got some of that foundation to go cut, do some reining, do some sorting. But she's also got some breeding to have some speed. We had trainer ride this horse for us for the last 30 days just because we were trying to get our other horses going already. This particular trainer worked on her turns and worked off that foundation to start patterning her on the barrels, and she's got a little bit of breeding for that. So she's just cool, well-rounded. You could take this horse and go into the cutting pen, reining count horse pen, finish her into the reining. You could take her into the rope pen. You could take her into the barrel pen. You could do a little bit of all of it. She's easy going. She's friendly. She's easy to catch. She learns quick. She's got a good mind on her. She's got a great pedigree. Again, I'm going to get to here in just a second. Just a cool all-around horse. This is one that my wife picked out, and she's got a great eye for picking out these young horses. We always regret after we let them go. This is probably not going to be another exception. But she's just fresh off of this tune-up of having 30 days on her. She's a cool horse. And I'm still struggling to get these pedigrees. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. This is one that has got all the potential in the world to go to the show pen, go out on the ranch, go into competition from barrels to roping to a little bit of both. One thing that we've talked about, if a good experienced youth wanted to take her into two-handed 4-H, she'd be a great opportunity for that for the next couple of years. Someone wants to go finish her in, make a high school or college rodeo horse out of her. We think she's got all the potential there. I did finally get this pedigree. She's by Spark by a Fly, by Sparky Dunnett, by Sparks Well Done. Also, Sparks Well Done again on the top. On the bottom, she's out of Simply Low Down, by Simply a Spark, by Genuine Doc, and Still Easy. She goes back. Let me see if I can find this. There it is right there. She goes back to Shining Spark multiple times. Doc Bar. She's got all the right breeding. She's got some speed. She's got some cow. She's a nice young horse that's got her whole life ahead of her. That someone just needs to go finish her into what they want to do with her. And she's going to make a heck of a horse for somebody. Okay, moving into hip number 11. This is Paint. This is a 2007 gelding brought to us by Thatcher Ballard out of Laverkin, Utah. This is a disposition 3 for average rider. Temperament 4, has a motor. Experienced in trail riding, ranch work, and ranch roping. He has a motor. He'll travel out nice if you're riding alone. He's one that's always in the front if you're not riding alone. This horse has been out gathering wild cows for 2 weeks in a row and did a mating's job. He's good to bridle and saddle. Does great with the rope. He doesn't mind having the rope around his legs. He's good to trim and shoe. They note that he has some odd-shaped feet, but it hasn't bothered him. They had his teeth done, and based off that, the vet aged him around 16 years. They've packed on him a time or two with the pack saddle. This horse can go on the trail all day and turn around and go again the next day. He's not a beginner's horse, but if you know what you're doing, you can ride him and you'll really like him. He's kind of flashy colored there. We'll put together again. They mentioned that he'll just travel out good and solid. Just a good solid all around. If you're looking for a ranch gelding, good solid trail gelding, something to go gather cows on, something to go ride out on the mountain. Here's one maybe you could take and turn into maybe a heel or breakaway horse with a little bit of effort. Just a good solid, nice all around kind of a gelding. You see there with him working the rope, dragging the rope. They mentioned he's good with the rope around his legs. You can see it there with him flipping underneath it, just taking it in stride. Just kind of a cool, solid, nice little gelding right there. See, that rope doesn't bother him at all. We saw some pictures. There's some pictures up of him with the pack saddle. Just a cool, solid, all-around kind of a gelding for someone to go out and use. Moving on to hip number 12. This is Flower. This is another one brought to us by 6 Shooter Livestock out of Blackfoot, Idaho. He is a 2013 gelding. He's grade. He's 15 hands, beginner-friendly, average temperament. They've used him in trail riding, ranch work, ranch roping, barrel racing, 4-H club shows and play days, sorting and team penning. Again, they do a bunch of sorting and team penning. He's cool colored. Look at him there, riding bridleless out in there, if you hadn't noticed that. Again, they just do a good job with these videos of showing us. But there he is, riding bridleless, which speaks to his temperament and how finished he is, working off the feet, riding out through there. He's one of the family favorites. Again, they do a great job with the desensitizing up there with him. They've used him around doing the daily chores, check cows on him, rope cows on him. They've used him to pull a bull. They've rode him out in the mountains and down Main Street in parades. He's cool color. He's got a pretty head. He's just 10 years old, right in the prime of his life, but a whole bunch of life ahead of him. You can see here just a nice, solid, even lope going into a nice circle. Good stop. I like how he tucks his butt there and gets his back feet out in front in that stop. You can see, even with the dinosaur on him, he's riding down through town, the cars, nothing seems to bother him. Again, they just do a great job of exposing these horses to all that. He's pretty. He's well put together. Boy, I don't know what else you can say. He's in the prime of his life. He's got color. He's good, solid gelding that's got all kinds of finish. You can ride him bridleless. You can see here doing a little bit of sorting on him. Just good, solid, colored up gelding that's going to make somebody a great horse. People really ought to be paying attention on him. Just nice, solid gelding. Again here, bridleless, riding him out bridleless, out across the gravel. Got a good stride to him, it looks like there. Even with the bridleless, nice stop there. Handle and spinning around. Here they're going to go climb some hills on him. Just, again, I don't know what else you can say about just a good, solid, obviously well-broke horse. Going to bounce the ball here. Going to be exposed to about a little bit of everything. You can see there, good, solid black feet on him. He's got a pretty head. Just how he's taking everything in stride there. He's paying attention, but he's not worried. Maybe he wants to play catch there. Covered the bridge right here. Just paying attention to her. You know, just, again, nice, solid, well-broke gelding. This one's one that really everybody ought to have on their list, and ought to be another one of the highlights of the sale right here. Nice, Evie flowing stride out there with a good stride. They always bring us good horses, and that's no exception right there. Okay, moving on to hip 13. This is another one of the highlights of our sale. This is one brought to us by Kelly Cobb out of Weiser, Idaho. We see a lot of horses from the Cobbs. They don't have a ton on this sale, just a couple. But this one is extra special. This has been Kelly's personal horse for the last 2+ years that she has ridden out all over the ranch, gathering cows in town, all over. You'll see as this video goes, they've done just a little bit of everything. Obviously, the rest of the family's ridden him too, but this was Kelly's personal horse. This is another one that the only reason that he's for sale is she got an opportunity to buy another horse that she used to have back, and so she's going to let this one go. But this has been her personal horse. She doesn't make just any horse her personal horse, and this is going to be a nice, solid, good horse. Again, you can see a little bit of everything in the video. Had him in town, had him in parades, had him out on the ranch, had him up in the country, rough country, hunting, I'm sure. He's a gypsy cross. She's a gypsy cross. This is a mare, sorry. She is a 2017, so she's just 6 years old. She's 14 hands, beginner friendly. She's mellow. They've even done some cutting on her. You can see her here loping out here in the arena. This is just a cool horse. Gypsies have been hot. This is a cool mix. This is an athletic little gypsy cross. Again, it's been Kelly's personal horse for the last 2 years. I guarantee you she's put more miles on this horse in the last 2 years than most people do in 10. So she knows it, and this is going to be just an incredible horse for somebody as well. I'll kind of have back-to-back highlights here through the sale. Again, here they are packing salt up into the cows. So, you know, she's been up there in that rough country. She's cool looking. She's feathered up, got that cool mane. Here they are moving cows on her. Just a cool horse that somebody is going to really love to have. We've got some good exceptions in there. Oh, somebody just bid on her, and that stopped her video. So that is a really good video. It's one of the best videos that they've sent us, so go watch the rest of it if you haven't already. Again, you'll see just a little bit of everything on that horse. Here's another one. We've got multiple videos up. Both of these videos are a little bit of everything that's good. This next horse is my younger brother's horse, Jace Blood. This is a horse that he picked up a little over a year ago, was trying to get back into horses because he hasn't had them for 4 or 5 years, but with his job, he's just decided he doesn't have enough time, and the horse wasn't getting used, and he didn't want it to sit and go to waste, and he works in a position where through the summer and spring and fall months, he's working almost 7 days a week, and it's just not a fit. This is registered, but he's registered with the American Quarter Horse Registry, not the American Quarter Horse Association. So keep that in mind. We're actually familiar with this horse's sire. He's by Heats Up, who was a top producer of rope and performance horses up in northern Utah. We know who owned Heats Up. He produced some great rope horses. He's a proven horse himself that has just been great, and this is an own son out of Heats Up. Heats Up is by Hollywood Heat, by Hollywood Dunnett. He also has Zanpar Bar on the top. On the bottom, he's out of Connie's Dandy Lena, by Sightseeing by Smart Little Lena. Also, lots of Lena on the top, and then you've got High Five Hickory. That's going to go back to Hickory Dickory Dock on the bottom side there. So great pedigree. This horse is a 2011 model. He's 12 years old. You can see he's just spent, again, my little brother has not had time to ride, so he sent this over to a trainer down here who's been just finished up 60 days on him. I've talked with the trainer quite a bit as he's progressed through. She has really liked riding this horse. She says he's really fun to ride. She's had him out in the hills besides in the arena. He's just tuned up real nice. Has the potential to make a heck of a rope horse. Take him out on the trails. You could probably get him into some amateur reining pen. He's easy to catch, friendly, easy to handle. He's got that dun color to him, big old dun stripe down his back. He's pretty. He's got a nice head. He moves nice. He'll work off your feet. Again, he's just got 60-day tune-up with a trainer, and he's ready to go out and use. I think if somebody was looking for a horse to take to the rope pen, this is one that they'd be really happy with. Go out on ranching, the trails, but he's just got all the potential in the world to go do about anything you want. He's tuned up. You can see he carries his head there nice, working off her feet. You saw earlier in the video going over the bridge, going over the logs. He's just a good, solid, in the prime of his life, colored up gelding that somebody could really go finish out into a rope horse or take him and use him on the ranch. Just a good, solid, nice gelding that's going to make somebody a nice horse, and got a ton of life ahead of him. Again, he's just 12 years old, and got a heck of a foundation on him. He's tuned up, he's legged up, he's ready to go use him right now. Good, solid, nice horse with a pedigree to go with it. Moving on to hip number 15. This is another one from 6 Shooter Livestock up in Blackfoot, Idaho. He is Will He Be a Bullet? I'll get back to that pedigree here in a second. You can see him go through. I want to jump back on the number 13 horse or number 14 horse real quick. My little brother lives in Stockton, but that trainer is down here in Richfield, so that horse is in Richfield. If we need to get him back up to the Tooele area, we can, but potentially you'd pick him up here in Richfield. Okay, Will He Be a Bullet? Again, brought to us by 6 Shooter Livestock. He is a 2009 AQHA gelding. He's beginner friendly, average temperament. Let me get to his pedigree here. You can see again, they just do a great job of getting these horses exposed to everything. You know, if you're looking for something to go out in the mountains and not worry about crossing water, going up the trails, going and doing whatever you need to do, they've always got a good option. They've got 5 good options in this cell. He is by Frenchman's Bullet, by Frenchman's Guy, by Sunfrost. Also Pack Bar on the top. On the bottom, out of Dynamite Carla, by Doc Dynamite, by Doc Alina. Also Sego Frost on the bottom. So you got Calbred and you got some speed in there and you got some foundation lines. Good solid pedigree on this horse. Again, they do a great job of getting exposed a little bit of everything. You can see him here loping. Nice solid circle. They've used him in trail riding, ranch work, ranch roping, barrel racing, 4-H club show play days, sorting, team penning. Again, he's 14 years old, right in the prime of his life, got a ton of life ahead of him. He's going to be seasoned to take care of you, but got 8 to 10 years ahead in front of you. He's got a great pedigree on here. He'll travel out in traffic, as you can see. He'll carry the dinosaurs. Good, solid, well put together. Nice, pretty head right there. Straight legs. Again, I can see he's got good, solid black feet on him. Like how he carries his head, walks through, just takes things in stride. Again, they do a great job of getting these horses exposed to just a little bit of everything. You're going to see the yoga ball here again. They just do a great job with these horses, getting them ready to go and take care of you out and about anything you want to do. This horse is 14 2 hands tall. That's just a size I like. They're easy to get on and off, but they'll carry you, take care of you. Here you'll see him going through the barrels. the barrel pattern. Boy, if you're looking for a 4H prospect, little britches prospect, something along those lines, here's one that really you probably ought to be paying attention to. Ran that barrel pattern nice. Turning tight on the barrels going through, but then take him out and ride the trails. It's just a good, solid all-around gelding. This is really one that somebody, again, you got a youth in 4H or little britches, you probably ought to be paying attention here. Moving on to hip number 16. This is the second horse brought to us by Greg Torgerson here in Richfield, Utah. This is Mountaineer Jersey. She is AQHA registered. She is by Yellow Jersey, by Wimpy's Little Step, by New Checks to Cash. Also, MR Melody Jack on the bottom out of Gateway Wisme, a daughter of Top Sale Wiz by Top Sale Cody and Rehud. So you got New Checks to Cash, Top Sale Wiz up there on those papers. Nice, good, solid pedigree. Talking with Greg about this mare, when they made this video, this mare has been in their breeding program for the last couple years having babies. They have not ridden her. When they made this video, they just pulled her out, threw a saddle on her to see how she would ride. He said, boy, she's got a foundation on her. She's not been ridden for 2 or 3 years prior to this video, but you can see she knows how to move on that back end, pivot, work off the feet, walk out. Greg said you could take this horse and probably tune her right up in to go into some novice reining competitions. She's pretty. She's Palomino. She's got a great pedigree. And again, that video right there that you just watched, she'd been sitting for 2 or 3 years just having babies and hadn't been being ridden, and that's how she rode out. They throw her kids on and lead them around. She's got that kind of temperament. They've got her as 1, anyone can ride, temperament for 2 for Mellow. She's only 7 years old. She's registered. She's got a great pedigree. She had professional reining training in 18 and 19, so about 5 years ago. And then she went into the breeding program, had some babies, but you could see she remembered it. Here's one again. If you're looking for a youth, good, solid 4H horse, something that maybe they can go do a reining pattern on, something for little britches. She's easy going. She's got a good temperament. She's pretty. She's got a great pedigree. She's had babies. If you're looking for something that you can use and maybe get some babies out of as an addition, there's one right there that just could be a really nice, well-rounded, good horse in a lot of different ways. Here's another one that I've been really kind of excited to see. I got to find the right here video on this horse. This is another one of our young, solid, good prospects. This is Late Night Sun. He's brought to us by Rockwell Kessler out in Ely, Nevada. There's several videos on here, and he's done a good job. Each video shows you something a little bit different. We're going to watch this one, a little bit of another one. This is a registered gelding. He's 2020, so he's a 3-year-old. This is another one. Rockwell called me, I think, I don't know, late April, talking about this horse. And he's been updating me all along, sending me updated videos, pictures, different experience. It's been fun to watch this horse come along. When he first talked to me, this horse just had a few rides from last year, but he's been using them, been out in the doctor pen, riding them, exposing them. It's been fun to watch this horse continue to advance and move on. He's pretty. He's fancy. He's got a good pedigree. We're going to watch a little bit of this other video here. I'm going to get to the video or to the pedigree for you. Let's just... Okay, he is by Premier's Golden Sun, by Skip Premier, by Classic Skipper, also designed by Money on the top. On the bottom, out of Fall Wheat, by Diamond Skip Stiesel, by Little Diamond Skip, also Royal Poco Charge on the bottom. There's a 2020 AQHA gelding again. It's been fun to watch this horse. He's been getting used. He's gotten a ton of experience just in the time that I've been watching it available. This is a cool horse that's just 3 years old, but he's done a great job of getting all kinds of experience on this 3-year-old horse. It's, again, pretty, fancy, Palomino. He's got it as average rider can ride him. And I believe that with the miles that he's put on just in the time that I know and see how they're riding out. Mellow temperament. They've used him in ranch work, ranch roping. We've seen a little bit of that. Just a cool horse. This is the kind of 3-year-old that somebody just can take and go right out and start going. You can see there he's going working off of his feet, going off the leg pressure, paying attention to that, what he's giving him in the bridle. This is just a cool horse with a nice pedigree, some foundation breedings that's been out and used. I mean, I can't say enough about how much some of this experience that we're seeing in these videos are. He's used him. He's got miles on him. This horse, I think, is probably, of the 3-year-olds we've had in our cell, probably got as many miles as we've ever seen and ready to just go out and use. And he's done just a tremendous job with this little horse. I'm excited to see where he goes. I think somebody's just going to love this horse and really have something special there. Moving on to hip number 18, this is Peacock. This is, I believe, our last one from 6-Shooter Livestock up there in Blackfoot, Idaho. He's cool too. This is cool colored, different, something unique. I talked earlier in Celis, another one that's 13-1 hands. He's 2011, so he's 12 years old. He's grade gelding, beginner friendly, average temperament. I talked earlier in the cell on their number 2 horse. This size of horse is hard to find, especially when they're this broke and desensitized and you can go do on. This is one you can get for your youth, your child, that's going to give them confidence and then still ride as an adult. These are just cool. We've looked for these horses for our own kids. They are confidence builders. They do a great job. This one's going to get you notice. He's as flashy as they come. Just cool markings. There's not going to be another one out there like him. He's just got a pretty head, nice hip, solid put together. You can see here they're using him to hold a colt from the horn. Just a cool horse. And again, you're just not going to find another one like this. You can see him holding that full-grown horse there. They can work, have a job. Again, this size is so hard to find, especially the ones that are just good, solid broke that you can go use. They're great confidence builders. Look at him collect up there and how he's carrying his head, picking up his lead. Again, you get somebody starting out in 4-H along those lines. This horse is just going to be so invaluable to give him confidence, but allow him to go out and learn and do and still compete. They're just cool horses. And again, this one's flashy. You're not going to see, well, look at the stop on that, the drop its hip and slide. I mean, that's a good solid stop. He's carrying the flag through town. He's exposed. We've talked all the way through here about how they take care of getting their horses exposed and taken care of. Just a cool horse right here to finish off the offerings from 6-Shooter. We're excited to see where they all end up. And just another good selection of horses from them. And again, their video is going to show just a little bit of everything of what they do with them. And again, these videos run well longer than what we're showing tonight. So you have that opportunity to go back and watch the rest of them. Again, we want to remind everybody, if you're bidding on a horse, planning to bid on a horse, make sure you've talked to the consignor. Make sure that you get the questions asked, have a good conversation. And make sure you know what you're getting. We've also posted all week about if you have the opportunity to go and try them out. We've had some people come here and try our horses. We're appreciative of that. If you're in the area of these horses and you can get there tomorrow, go ride them. Go give them a shot. But at least give the consignor a call and talk to them and take care of them. So another, again, cool offering of horses from 6-Shooter. We're going to move on here to hip number 20. This is our last horse in the sale. This is Fig. This is a little, I think he's 10 hands or so, pony. He's a cool little horse as well. He is 15 years old. Yeah, he's about 12 hands, a little bit taller than what I remember. And he's one that we picked up for a project for this girl that's riding him right here, his daughter, to just go out and do. She's done a great job with him. We've done a little bit of everything. She's ridden him for about the last 4 months, I believe. We actually had this horse in the 4th of July parade this year here in Richfield, pulling a cart. You can see him go over to the bridge. He's one, we have him listed as an average rider. A beginner type rider with some confidence is going to do just fine on this horse. He just needs somebody assertive enough to make him go. When you're riding him, he does great in the cart. Just about anybody can drive him in a cart. He can have a pony attitude from time to time, but what we've found is that when he's mixed in with horses and just kind of treated like a horse, that goes away real quick. This girl's ridden him all over, carried a flag, ridden him across the bridge. We got our 4-year-old there, was waving the flag all over on him the other day. He's just turned into actually kind of a fun pony that we've really enjoyed having around. He's ready to go make somebody a good solid little pony. You could lead line on him, but he rides good. Got a good stop, decent handle. Again, he just needs somebody assertive enough to kind of make him go and go in the direction that they want. From a cart, again, anybody can ride him in a cart. He's one of the easiest ponies to drive in a cart that I've been around. We've really enjoyed him in the cart, actually. He just is kind of good, solid, all-round, well-rounded kind of pony that's going to make some kids something or a lot of fun. We've ridden him in an English saddle. Just tried to expose him to a little bit of everything. When we got him, he'd mostly been used for driving. He hadn't been ridden a lot, so he's never been ridden hard. Again, this girl, our daughter's just ridden him for the last 4 months and pushed and run. She's done the barrels, she's done the pulls, she's had him over the bridge. She's got him so that he'll jump the Gincana jump. Been working on the backup. He's just good, that size that, again, can make some confidence. You can see here with the rope, you can just pretty much do a little bit of everything, the tarp. He's just one that we've tried to just expose to a little bit of everything. This girl's ridden him all over and done a ton with him over the last 4 months. Again, we had him in the 4th of July parade pulling the cart. He did great there. Just a good, solid, well-rounded pony for somebody to go use. I think we're going to get the Gincana jump here, so I'll let that go before I pop out of this video. So again, if you want, somebody that needs something that they can be real confident on, go do 4-H or something along those lines, or just to learn and have to saddle and be around and do. He's easy to catch as well. Just a cool little pony. Here is our final horse and one from Cobb Family Horses and Mules. This is hip number 21, Dorito. And we got 2 videos here. We're going to watch the short one first, and then we'll jump into the second one. You can see in this video, this horse has got some foundation. I'm guessing some reining type foundation on him. Got a great stop. You see here, riding bridleless. You see that stop with the bridleless. This horse is a 2016 gelding, so 7 years old. 14 two hands, beginner friendly, mellow temperament. They've used him trail riding, ranch work, ranch roping, 4-H club shows, play days, reining, sorting, penning, Western pleasure. Just kind of used him all over around. Again, most of this video right here, you can see he's bridleless. They just got the reins wrapped around his neck. And he's got a heck of a stop on him there. You can tell he's got a good solid foundation. I'm going to jump out of there and just jump into this other video so you can get a little bit other view of him. Talking to Matt about this horse, just they've really thought he was a great little horse. Good to handle. They've had him out working cows this spring and used him around there. You can see him here working the arena a little bit. And he's, again, that kind of cool size, 14 two hands, easy to get on and off, but big enough to go carry you all day and cover some country. Just a cool, nice gelding. He's a little kind of flashy, got a little bit of chrome down there with him. Like how he carries his head. Again, in that earlier video, you could see him riding him bridleless and the stop he had on him. He's going to have a good, solid foundation. Work off your feet. He's only 7 years old. He's just entering the prime of his life with his whole life ahead of him. This is one you could probably go turn into a hill horse or a breakaway horse, or just go use him on the trails. Take him maybe for 4-H play days, maybe into some amateur reining or some sorting and team penning. Just a cool, nice little horse that's going to make somebody a fun horse to go out and have. I know I've talked to a couple people about this horse that were interested in him. And I know that Matt told me the other day he had somebody, I believe, come and ride this horse that really liked him. And he is the last horse in the sale. So just a cool, nice gelding that's going to top off our sale tomorrow. So again, we want to remind everybody the bidding is open now. You can go through. If you're not going to be available tomorrow night, you can put in a proxy bid again with your max amount. Again, you can toggle through the catalog. All the bidding tomorrow will take place in this catalog where we've shown you. That's the catalog tab. We talked about how to get there from our website. We will probably do a little bit of a live feed tomorrow around 6:30-ish for a few minutes. We will probably not stay live during the sale, so you'll just need to watch and walk through. We might jump in some updates. I will tell everybody as these horses close out, we'll be posting some results on our Facebook page so you can keep an idea of kind of what horses sell for. We usually post them 3 or 4 at a time. And if for any reason one's not going to meet its reserve, there are reserves on these horses. We'll post that a reserve wasn't met, and you can still have an opportunity to buy the horse at that point. But the best thing is always to just bid on them and get them bought in the bidding. And then you don't have to worry about that. Again, the horses will start closing tomorrow at 6. So we'll probably go live about 5:30. First horse closes at 6, second horse at 6:05, and so on. If you're wondering about the time, in the horses page, it'll tell you right there when it closes. And then again, if anybody bids in the last 60 seconds, it'll extend that horse by 2 minutes. We do want to remind everybody that the default payment on this is credit card, and there is a 3% processing fee because that's what it costs us to process them. We have a few people that qualified for bank wires, and we've sent you different instructions if you did that. At this point, if you haven't already qualified for a bank wire, you'll just need to pay with a credit card, and that will be due at the end of the sale tomorrow. If you have any issues with that, you will note right up here at the top, there's a couple phone numbers you can call, and they will help you out on that. You can process your own payment, or you can call and have us process it either way. Thanks for jumping on and watching. Again, this will be available on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel throughout the day tomorrow. If you've got questions about the process, give us a call. On the horses, please call the consigners. Make sure that you have talked to them and ask the questions that are going to be relevant. With that, we want to wish everybody good evening. Wish you luck in the sale. We want to make sure that these horses get to good places, good homes, and that people enjoy them. So we're excited to see where that is. And thank everybody for following us and supporting our sale. Have a good evening.